Okay, so next lesson now. I'll turn the light off in a moment. Okay. So we're going to look at something now called discriminant. From the last lesson you have your formula for quadratic equations. X equals minus b plus minus b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. And this piece here is really the important piece. The reason this is important is because this controls how many answers you have. For example, if this was 9, what's the square root of 9 plus minus square root of 9?
3.
Plus minus 3. If this was 0, it'd be plus minus square root of 0, which is only 0. And let's say this was minus 9, plus minus square root minus 9.
It doesn't have an answer.
No answer, in fact. So, well, no answer, that will do. So, oh, make sure the sound's on. There we go. Okay. So, this can tell us how many answers we have. If I just look at this piece, I can know the number of answers I have. If this is positive, I know I should have 2 answers. If this is 0, I'll have only 1 answer. And if this is negative, I have no answers. So often, it's important to know what this is. So we give it a special name. We call it discriminant. And the letter we use for it is this delta here. And we can say that if the delta is positive, it will have 2 answers. If the delta is 0, it will have 1 answer. And if the delta is less than 0, if it's negative, it'll have no answers. Okay, so please make note of this table here. And if you like, you can use the word here, real roots, but I won't worry so much about that right now. So 2 answers if it's positive, 1 answer if it's 0, and no answers if it's negative. Okay, do you have that taken down? Yeah. Okay. Now let's have a look at some examples, because that's all you really need to know about the discriminant. If it's positive, 2 roots, 0, 1 root, negative, no root. So let's have a look at an example. So for example, I ask you, how many solutions, how many roots does this equation have? Well, you could use your formula and see, but if you just want to check quickly how many answers it has, delta equals b squared minus 4 times a times c. So what's that going to be? 9, 160 something, whatever. I know that when I calculate this on my calculator, it'll be negative. Yeah. So if the delta is negative, how many answers will this have? No answers. No answers. So this has no roots.
Oh, so we just write no root.
No roots, yeah. I'm not asking you to find the answer. I'm just asking you to tell me how many answers it has, how many solutions it has. So this one here has no solutions. You cannot find a real x to make this 0. And again, the formula is delta equals b squared minus 4ac. There's the a, there's the b, there's the c. Okay. Now, you might say for this one, you can't actually say how many roots it has because you don't know what the a, b, and c is, right? Like, what's the a here? Minus k. And the b? Minus k plus 9. And the c? 3. The only one you actually know is the c, that it's 3. Well, you do know something else about the k, I suppose. What else do you know about the k? Oh, goodness, no. Oh, no. Anybody tell me anything about the k?
And 0.
Yeah, it's not 0. Why so? Yeah, because you don't want this part to be 0, okay? So the only two things I really know is that the c is 3 and the k can't be 0. Okay? So, let's try and use the formula and see what happens. Delta equals b squared minus 4ac. Okay? When you open this bracket, you'll get k squared minus 18k plus 81 plus and minus is plus 12k. K squared minus 6k plus 81. And you might say, well, that's useless because I don't know if that's positive, I don't know if it's negative, I don't know if that is 0. Or do we? Can anybody think of something to do next? I'll give you a hint. You've done it recently. Possibly. Something else though? Complete the square. Let's see what happens if we complete the square. What does a equal here? Minus 3. Minus 3. So here I get k minus 3 squared. And then I have to do 81 minus this squared. 81 minus 9? 72. Now looking at this, will this be positive, negative, or 0? Positive. Say it with confidence, you're right. Yeah, it's positive. So look at the result I have. Delta equals a positive number. So, how many solutions does this have? 2. Now, I think this is a really good example of the discriminant here. Could you actually find the solutions here? Could you? I mean, when I mean solutions, I mean x equals a number and x equals a number. No, because you don't know what the k is. Even though I cannot find the solutions, I know that there will be 2 of them. Okay? So this is what you might call in maths an existence proof. I have shown to you that this quadratic has 2 answers and I am not able to find them. But I know it has 2 answers. Okay? So even though I can't find the 2 answers, I'm still confident that it definitely has 2 answers. As long as k is not 0, which it shouldn't be because it's quadratic, it'll have 2 answers. Okay? So this is a very good example of this discriminant topic. It's So please make sure you have this taken down clearly. So the answer is 2 roots. Therefore, 2 roots. Actually, let me just zoom in here.
We have to do the work, like, we have to find the answer for the roots.
No, for this I do not want the roots. I just want you to tell me how many roots there are. So, I just want you to say it has 2 roots and it's finished.
What if one answer was positive and negative?
If like this was a positive and this is a negative, then you have no idea. Inconclusive. You don't know. Could have 2, 1 or 0. No idea.
Sorry, I have no idea.
The more technical word would be inconclusive, but it essentially means no idea. Yeah. But I did try to make sure that for the questions that this shouldn't happen. Okay. Do you have that taken down? Come on, Ahmed, go faster, come on. I can go down to here? Here? Yes? Okay, all right. Right, so one more example for you. So in this example, I ask you to find how many roots there are. In the next example, let's say like this, minus k plus 4 x squared plus 2k minus 2x plus minus k minus 1. I tell you that this quadratic has 1 root. So if it has 1 root, what can we say about the discriminant? Yeah, that the discriminant should equal 0. And my question is, find the k. So, discriminant is b squared minus 4 times a times c. That should equal 0. Okay, let's multiply this out. 4k squared minus 8k plus 4. When you multiply that out, you get this. Minus 4 times k squared minus 3k, I hope. Minus 4 equals 0. Yes, Hassan?
That's K or 12.
Yeah, I thought it looked like a 12 when I wrote it, sorry. Okay. Right, continuing to simplify. 4k squared minus 8k plus 4 minus 4k squared plus 12k plus 16 equals 0. That and that goes. 12k minus 8k is 4k. 16 plus 4, 20 equals 0. K equals minus 5. Yes. So, this quadratic will have one solution only if k equals minus 5. If k equals minus 5, then it makes sure that the discriminant is 0, which is what you need because it's to have 1 root. Okay? So write that down, please. Have this taken down? Okay. So you really have three main types of possibilities here. The first one is how many roots does it have, and I give you the A, B, and C. The second one is how many roots does it have, but I don't give you the A, B, C, but it's still actually possible to do. And then the last one is I tell you how many roots there are, and you have to figure something out. That's really all the possibilities you could get with this, okay? So the questions you can start now with and finish for homework. Let's say A to F for each of them. A to F.